Now, I'm getting totally confused here, I have to tell you, with the next item. And if you had a few too many last night, I wouldn't watch if I were you, because it is quite something. How would you feel if you suddenly found out that you were about to give birth to twins? Well, Elizabeth Friedrich and Cherry Rowland felt quite taken aback, and they couldn't find any information about having two babies at once. That's why they wrote this book here. It's called The Twins Handbook. They hope it will stop other mothers from feeling as isolated as they did and help them to cope. But how do the twins themselves feel? There must be all sorts of problems. Do they fight with each other? Should they be dressed the same or not? A few weeks ago we looked at young twins, but this morning we have two sets of adult twins with us, Frank and Fred Cox, and Pauline and Estelle Miles. To complicate matters further, Frank is married to Estelle and Fred is married to Pauline. This is getting a bit like soap, actually. Confused? You won't be. Now, can we just identify you? We have Fred at the back.
Freddie. Yes, I'm Freddie.
Freddie, and you're married to Pauline.
Pauline.
And we have
Frankie
at the back.
And Estelle.
And Estelle. At the front. How did you all come to be married to each other?
Well, it's a peculiar thing. Fred and I were in Leicester Square, sitting down enjoying the sun, and the pal of ours came up to us and he said, "Do you still play banjos?" And we said yes. He said, "Well, I've got a lovely show for you to go in, and I have some wonderful wives for you as well." So we went along into the theatre, and there were our twin wives waiting for us, you see. Marvellous, isn't it?
That's how we met the twins, in the show called Hello Canada.
And we still play the banjo, by the way.
But didn't they say about you at the time that they were never going to marry because you were too small or something?
No, we said that when the boss said to us, "Don't forget, there's two husbands for you," we said, "What, those little short things?"
No, we're only a couple of inches taller, but of course with heels on it doesn't help.
What is it like for both of you to be identical twins? You were saying just before we came on air that you thought you'd never marry because you didn't want to be separated. Does it feel that strong, the bond?
Oh yes,
you?
I mean our parents were very, very worried about us because they always thought we'd be left on the shelf, because they always said, well, it's impossible for one man to marry the two of us, so we're bound to be old maids.
But we were very lucky anyway because we met these two.
But mind you,
and it worked. I fell in love with Freddie and she fell in love with Frank.
So it worked out
I mean,
well.
she might have hated Frank, and I don't know where we'd gone from there.
What about the character differences between you? Because obviously looking alike, you know, one wonders about this. Are you the quiet one and are you the noisy one? Or
no,
are you
I don't
both
think there's a quiet and a noisy one. The only thing that's very outstanding is the fact that Pauline's always much quicker than me. Doing anything, she always seems to get finished quicker, or she does things quicker. And funny enough, Freddie, her husband, is exactly the same.
And Freddie and Pauline, were you born before?
Yes,
Frank
we were
and
the
Estelle?
first born.
They're the old couple.
Oh, I see there.
Seniors.
But if I could ask the gentleman, you all live in the same house. Doesn't that cause total confusion?
It would if we
weren't twins.
Twins. You have to be exactly twins to be able to live together. You see, the twins can cook a dinner between them without any fuss whatsoever.
And then no rows.
Fred and I can dig the garden and we do it together, you know. But sisters couldn't even live together. You know, it's extremely difficult.
They'd be quarrelling all the time.
Because there's no money with us. You see, we wear each other's clothes and each other's trousers. And
They don't
things
wear
like that.
ours. Just
No, I was just going to say.
Yes, we wear each other's clothes. It
makes any
being
difference.
twins is a different ball game, you see.
Mind you, the main confusion is when strangers ring the bell, or we get builders in, or, you know, the gas man or something, or the electric, to read the meter. And if they haven't been before, they ring the bell, and, you know, one of us lets it, say Freddie lets the gentleman in, and he comes through to read the meter. When he gets downstairs, he sees another Freddie. And then, of course, seeing us two, dear, it does cause quite a bit of
Because we
confusion.
like to warn people coming in
But
first,
usually
you
when
see.
anybody answers the door that is coming into the house, when the four of us there, we always turn around and say, well, look, don't be alarmed, because there's another one like me, and I've got a husband who has a brother identical.
To say to you, was it a strain being a twin? I suppose it's a bit silly because you haven't known anything else.
No.
I mean, but should parents who are having twins and they're told they seem to be identical, should they worry about that? Should they dress them the same?
Well,
because you've been dressed the same.
I don't
haven't
know,
you?
because right, according to our parents, I mean, right from when we were, you know, really tiny, if mother went out and bought us a pair of socks, and one had red, white and blue, and one was blue, red and white, stripes, we just literally wouldn't put them on.
But these days anyway, I think that physicians do sort of try to get parents to bring them up individually.
Actually, you could say we're old-fashioned twins, really, because we wear everything like... If we didn't wear the same ties, another mess you got me understanding, you know, if we didn't wear the same things, we'd feel funny, you know.
Feel odd.
We'd feel
Is
odd.
there anything you all disagree on, or each one of you disagrees on? Or, I mean, for example, the FA Cup is one for Brighton and the other one for...
We don't like football. We hate football. No, we don't like football.
But we always find, funny enough, say, you know, I mean, we wouldn't be human if we didn't have our little, you know,
differences
or little tiffs. And if I say something, get cross with Freddie, you see, and we have a little tiff, then Frank will come in, and I don't know what it is, it always ends up with those two against us.
The old saying, blood's definitely thicker than water.
It is indeed. Well, I feel very out of it with the four of you, but thank you very much
Thank you
indeed. I've
kindly.
just
Thank
not
you
been
kindly.
lovely.
You're very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice
Lovely.
indeed. Yeah.
Hi.